check out my Telegram channel. Probably the most horrifying interview ever. An interview with a captured Orc, a captured Russian. Either a conscript or a contract soldier. And we see that war is an excellent restorer. Only it can wash away all the unnecessary from the people's face. It can reveal the true historical face. And it managed to do so this time as well. These 3 years of occupational lawlessness in Ukraine have wiped off the face of the Russian rabble. All sorts of civilizational layers and revealed the true face of the God-bearing people. As the pedophile Fedya Dostoevsky liked to say, further scraping away the civilized layer, there's nowhere else to go. Deeper, there are only the skull bones. There is a Russian paratrooper, an active participant in shootings and other feats of the Russian army. Usually we see prisoners broken, obsequious, confused, and fawning. Here, for the first time, we see an arrogant one. And a person possessed by delusional ideas. He has already given up all. His commanders, accomplices who ordered him to shoot in Bucha, but he hasn't broken down, he hasn't soured, he doesn't bother with any hypocritical repentance. How many of them are there? It's hard to say. How many like him are there? Well, by the way, he and probably the first to voice the true reason for the war. And he says, that's just what we wanted. And my dear followers, ask me if it's possible to brainwash him in the opposite direction. They have a purely scientific interest in this. And others are amazed that a completely new type is crystallizing, fantastically vile. It's like how some little Surkovs become clearer where the monsters who executed people in 1937 came from. I can simply tell you that the very roots have been identified and exposed, the return to which propagandists have been striving for so long. These roots have a very curious configuration and function. They are mobile, they are aggressive, they suck the blood and from the past and from the future. They reach out. But don't think that this is some kind of special Russian depravity. Nothing of the sort. Russians are absolutely the same people as everyone else. If they are raised without contact with the dreadful environment of Russia and its societal constraints, they are no different from adequate, nice people. People in Germany, in Poland, in Austria, or in Spain. The fact is that Russia deliberately creates conditions for the dominance of degenerates and cultivates vices. It legitimizes everything that is vile, despicable, and backward. You have to understand that a human is a rather dangerous creature. This creature is doomed eternally to carry on itself, on its brain, the imprint of all those dreadful eras that shaped this animal. After all, besides being a coprophage, humans were also cannibals for quite a long time, hundreds of thousands of years, if not more. And when we use the word humanity, we must understand that it is quite ambiguous. It is a very ambiguous term. By the way, take a look at my book, The Origin of Genius and Fascism, where I discuss this topic quite extensively, about what the word human actually means. Civilization applied protective layers to this creature, which made it less dangerous, and allowed this creature to gather in packs, because solitary survival was impossible, at least for 300 sen. Well, I see the question, what about empathy? That's a serious question, a good one. Empathy undoubtedly exists. Undoubtedly, it is one of the main qualities and traits of a person. Well, I look at the interpretations of what empathy is, and I'm amazed, to be honest. When psychologists privatized this term, it became clear that they would distort it beyond recognition. Since this is my subject, I probably understand it better than anyone else. For some reason, the word empathy is given everywhere, in all sources, in all works exclusively. A positive meaning, for some reason, everywhere. The concept of empathy is interpreted only as something noble and kind. After all, empathy is merely feeling, is compassion. That is, it is that emotional seasoning that allowed one to feel the pain of the one whom the person was dealing with. This sometimes diminished their capabilities. It inspired. It provided the opportunity to look into the feelings of the victim, which is a separate pleasure. It added an extra nerve to the processes of robbery, rape, sympathy, compassion. That is the ability to understand feelings and experience what pain, torment, or the humiliation felt by another person. But who said that at the core of this is something kind? It's a source. It's a source that makes the realization of malice even sweeter. It's a seasoning without which violence would just be a set of frictions or a mechanical action. And the ability to feel another's emotional pain appeared in a person truly, only as an addition of sweetness in the process of violence. And all of this is probably unpleasant to hear, but I am amazed that no one has yet considered empathy from this perspective, even though it is so obvious.